Hello, everyone, and welcome to Indiana Golf Magazine. I'm Brian Hammons. We begin this episode with one of the bigger events on the tournament schedule, the Indianapolis Open, where in the final round, low scores and heroics ruled the day. After an opening round 65, Dave Pugh took a three-shot lead into the final round at the Broadmoor Country Club, but Peyton Snoeberger closed the gap on the front nine. Back-to-back birdies at 3 and 4 cut the lead to 1. And then this birdie at the par 5 ninth tied the lead at 7 under par. Playing 5 groups ahead, Michael Davin went on a tear. He shot 4 under on the front, and then on the back nine, he eagled the par 5 12th to get to 7 under. Then birdied 13 and 14 to take a 2-shot lead. He added birdies at 17 and 18 to shoot 62 and post at 11 under with a 3-shot lead. But Snoeberger birdied 12 and 17 to get to within 2 and needed an eagle chip at 18 to force a tie and got it to go to force a playoff. On the first playoff hole, Davin drove it in trouble, and when his par putt didn't fall, Peyton Snoeberger had his second win of the year.
Yeah, it was a good finish. I knew where I was. I mean, obviously being in 16, I was 8. Going into 16, I was 8 under. Knew Michael had finished at 11, so I knew I had to make something happen coming in. Was able to get up and down from the bunker on 17, and then hit a really good shot into 18. Just kind of trickled over, and then obviously, was able to chip in there. So, I had to give it a run. So, was happy to win in. Knew there were some birdies out here, especially once you kind of got to that back nine. So yeah, I just knew I had to kind of get there, and then once I did, I was able to take advantage.
Snoeberger adds the Indianapolis Open to the Southern Open that he won last month. Michael Davin goes 71-62 to finish second. Amateurs Brady Shire and Titus Boswell finish third and fourth. First round leader Dave Pugh shoots 73 in round 2 to finish tied for fifth. Eric Steger ties for 7th at 5 under. The Indiana Adaptive Open was held in May. In the men's overall competition, Jordan Thomas of Nashville, Tennessee wins by 1. Indianapolis's Evan Mathias shot the low round of the tournament with a second round 69. He finishes tied for second, 1 shot back. In the women's division, Sophia Howard of Hudsonville, Michigan came out on top. Westfield's Sierra Dillard finished second. In the senior division, Todd Mannion of Greenfield won by 7 shots. And congratulations are in order to Julia Potter-Bobb, who added another prestigious event to her resume. The 2-time USGA Mid-Am champion won the AGA Women's Amateur Championship at the Golf Club of Tennessee, beating an elite amateur field that included national champions, Curtis Cup players, and some of the nation's top mid-amateurs. Way to go, Julia. Earlier this month, we got a sneak peek at a couple of junior players we need to keep an eye on. Taylor Snively, a sophomore at Zionsville High School, and Ressie Lemmon, a freshman at Mount Vernon. They made their presence known on the national stage, which puts them in our French Lick Resort spotlight. In early May, the team of Taylor Snively and Ressie Lemmon competed in the USGA Women's 4-Ball Championship in Charleston, South Carolina, their first USGA championship. The third youngest team in the field represented themselves well, advancing to match play and making it to the round of 16. And they took that match all the way to the 18th hole before losing.
I think the first day it was downpouring, felt like the entire round, so I think we just did a good job of staying in the moment that day and grinding through that. It felt like we got the most out of that round, and then I think we just did a good job of bouncing off each other and picking each other up on the holes that one's out of, and learning from each experience of for the first time when it's your hole, like there's a lot of nerves on that, but learning throughout the week we learned a lot and figured our way around the course.
It was probably one of the best weeks of my life. Very unforgettable. They treated us so well there, and just playing well together as a team, and how we represented ourselves. I'm really proud of that. and making it to the round of 16. You know, I'll never forget that. And just the fight we put up each day, that just made me really happy.
For a young player, having success at that level can do a lot for their confidence moving forward.
I knew that we were one of the younger teams. I didn't know we were that young, but just being able to make it to the round of 16, and you know, that whole round we played hard. You know, we were up there, and then even making it to the 18th hole, you know, it all came down that last hole. You know, that gave me especially a lot of confidence, knowing what I can do and how good I can play.
I tell you, for 15 and 16 years old, I think it's a great accomplishment. We were fortunate, you know, down there we got to play with a couple past professionals, a couple college players. We got to play with, you know, 2 juniors or even younger. So we got to kind of see it all. But the level of competition at the national USJ level is impressive. So for 15 and 16-year-olds, so Ressie and Taylor, to make it that far, and you could sense the pressure out there. It's a different level of golf. Now, very proud of them.
Taylor Snively and Ressie Lemmon, 2 names to watch as the junior golf season gets underway. A couple of stars in the making there. Our golf destination segment, brought to you by JEL Golf Travel, takes us to Europe. And it's probably not where you're thinking.
I'm Josh Levitats, founder and CEO of JEL Golf Travel. We specialize in custom luxury golf experiences worldwide, connecting golfers with the courses, destinations, and experiences that most people never find on their own. The IGA Destination Spotlight is how we bring those discoveries directly to you. And this one is special. Everyone thinks the UK means Scotland, St Andrews, the Open Rota, the classic itinerary. But the southwest of England is one of the most underrated links destinations in the world, and it doesn't come with the same price tag. We'll start at Perranporth, a James Braid design from 1927, untouched, perched above the Atlantic, raw and pure. Then Trevose Bay, Harry Colt's top 100 Great Britain and Ireland championship links near Padstow, one of the great tests in English golf. Then over to St Ennedac, a top 50 course in the world, the famous Himalaya Bunker, a 12th century church beside the 10th green. It's that kind of place. Then on to Royal North Devon, the oldest golf course in England, an old Tom Morris design from 1864, sheep on the fairways, no yardage markers. It's golf in its most elemental form. The clubhouse itself is a museum. Then Burnham and Barrow, a championship golf course, top 30 in Great Britain and Ireland, towering Somerset dunes, the Bristol Channel views, and some of the fastest greens you'll ever putt on. Home base for it all is the Headland Newquay, a 5-star clifftop hotel with ocean view suites, private cottages, an award-winning spa, and amazing dining. A proper luxury base for a world-class golf trip. 5 courses, 1 coastline, and none of the price tag that comes with the traditional UK golf trip. I'm Josh Levitats, this is JEL Golf Travel, and this is the IGA Destination Spotlight for the month of June. Contact us at jelgolftravel.com to learn more.
We've all seen AimPoint, right? The sometimes controversial way players read putts. Well, what is it? Does it work? And how do you do it? We get answers in this month's Golf Performance Academy Tip of the Month.
Hey everyone, Mike Asbell here, the Golf Performance Academy at Golf Club of Indiana. I'm here to talk about AimPoint and how to work through AimPoint or AimPoint Express Sport. You probably have heard about it, seen some back and forth conversations on is it good for the game, is it bad for the game, but what exactly is it? I started using it about 1.5 to 2 years ago. It's really kind of helped my putting, and so I want to kind of run you through it. The biggest thing you need to know about how to do AimPoint is you have to learn how to feel the percent of slope, and basically you're trying to feel between 0 up to about 3 or 4%. What does that mean? Okay, so one of the things you're going to need is a digital level. That's really going to help you. A lot of your practice is going to be strictly figuring out what each percent is going to feel like. So I have in this general area on the putting green, it's pretty flat. That's basically a 0. And so what I will do, I have a 1 here. So I will stand, and right now I feel just a little bit of pressure onto my right foot. So the slope is going to kind of go to the right, and this is a 1. I've measured it with my level, so I know that. And then I can kind of move down this or move up the hill here. This would be more of a 2. And I do this from both sides, turn around, so that I can really get a feel for this. And then again, going up to a 3 and a 4, so on and so forth. So a lot of your practice is going to be just doing that. So we're going to go over, I'm going to walk you through kind of the process. It's pretty simple, pretty quick, and then we'll hit a putt here. So I've got about a 9-footer or so here. I've already kind of pre-measured this. And so here's how the process really works. You're going to take 2 stance measurements, okay? I'm going to put this down. You're going to take 2 stance measurements. So I'm going to cut this putt into thirds. So what I'll do is I'll come over here to the first third, stand. I feel a lot of weight on my right foot. This is probably closer to a 2. And then I'm going to go up to about the last third, or the second 2/3 here. And I, again, feel maybe a little bit more. So it's 2, 2.5. And so what I'm going to do is I'm always going to take the larger number, okay? Now, I'll do this towards the camera, but now what I'm going to do is on faster greens, I'm going to pull my hand in to me. And what I'm essentially doing is I'm going to put the edge of the flag on the inside knuckle of the middle finger here, and wherever this point shows me on the green, that's the point that I'm aiming at. And then I can just step up and roll the ball to that point, okay? At a 2.5, I kind of split this knuckle, or you can move it over to the half side of the hole. So we're gonna go with like 2.5 here. And so I'm going to stand about a foot behind it. I'm going to hold up, and I got about 2.5 here. I've got a tee set out to where that shows me my aiming point, okay? And so I'll step up. I've got my aiming point. Clear my head. Roll the putt, and then it goes. Now, I started doing this because I was noticing that I was missing putts because I really wasn't committed to what I was trying to do. Standing over a putt thinking, yeah, maybe it goes here, maybe it goes there. It just really, really uncommitted. And I'm telling you now, that is a terrible way to play golf. This gave me a way to kind of clear the noise and voices in my head of maybe, miss, I don't know, wish it in, to where I can just hones down and find a 1 point to kind of focus on, and then it's just roll the putt, okay? So if you guys want some help with this, I'm absolutely happy to set up some time and go through a little lesson with you here at the Golf Performance Academy. Feel free to reach out to us. Keep putting, keep practicing, try some different angles, and just keep grinding away. We'll see you out on the course. Have a great day.
Here's what's coming up in June in Indiana golf. It's a busy month tournament-wise. Some of the bigger events include the IWGA Indiana Golf Championship. The Senior Open takes place June 8th and 9th at Coyote Crossing. The Women's Open will be played June 24th through the 26th at the Battleground Golf Club. And the 126th Indiana Amateur Championship starts on the 29th and runs through July 1st at Broadmoor Country Club. And that does it for this episode. I'm Brian Hammons. Thanks for watching, and join us again next month for Indiana Golf Magazine.